Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have episode 12 of our Beginner to 2K guide, and we're just breaking 1800 here, sitting at 1796 with a current record of 11-0. Our opponent for this episode will be Plugin from Norway, and he's sitting at a lot of games played actually, like 1500 plus, almost 1800 games actually. He's sitting around 1850 rating, so very solid opponent, and let's see how we're going to do in this one, playing against a Plugin. Again, no specific plans for this episode. We'll see how the games go. I would still like to see some late game action from this series, but the games just haven't been going there, I guess. So again, it's going to be a lot about decision making and just playing solid and adapting to what my opponent is going for. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. All right, so let's set this up here. Arabia. Let's go for Hidden Cup 2 Arabia. It doesn't really matter. Just play whichever Arabia you're comfortable with, and whichever one your opponent will play as well. Hidden Cup 2 Arabia is pretty standard though these days. All right, good stuff. Settings look good. And let's jump right into this one. Gonna quickly check if we're running. By the way, this one, it will be another live episode. So again, the Q&A for a few minutes will be there at the end. So yeah, once again, let me know how you guys like that in the chat or in the comments for the YouTube. And let's hop right into this one. See what civ we get. Ooh, Saracens. One of the civs with no real eco bonus, except that market one, which is, I guess, okay, but not the best. Alright, so we got Saracens versus Italians. This civ is not amazing either, so pretty, two pretty weak civs. Saracens, I think slightly weaker because we don't get that cheaper aging up bonus. However, both civs have a wide open tech tree in the Imperial Age, and Saracens, do we have an edge at all? I guess we have the kind of mini obsidian arrow bonus, where we can take out the buildings with our crossbowmen a little bit faster, but it's not the best. Definitely not how it is in DE, where they got buffed in that regard. Alright, so pretty standard start here. Just me going for... not sure whether it's going to be scouts or men-at-arms yet. I like to decide that a little bit later on with the civs that can easily do both. See, my map is very open, by the way. So, no woodlands on the front. I only have this one in the back, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Gold is close by, but it's still quite far from my TC. So, my map... looking quite bad. We'll see how that impacts my decision here. I might have to play very aggressive based on that. Okay, the lumber camp here. Again, this is like a screen, maybe a screen and a half away from my town center. Not ideal, not ideal. Two boars here. Alright, so at this point I have to decide scouts or men-at-arms. I have to go men-at-arms. And the reason I have to go men-at-arms is just because I don't think I can get away with scouts. If I try to go scouts and he goes men-at-arms and somehow attacks my woodline, I will instantly lose the game. It's too far for me to defend. I probably cannot fight with villagers. My civ doesn't get an early eco bonus, so I can't justify adding in spearmen or anything to help defend. I just have to go men-at-arms and I have to play aggressive to keep him off that woodline. If you're having trouble deciding what to do in your own games, think of it this way. Think of what the worst case scenario is for you. And then if the situation involves you losing villas or getting forced off resources, then open men-at-arms. It's the safer of the two options. And it lets you get to map control really early and get some aggressive plays going. Scouts is more of a defensive start. I know scouts come out of the gate pretty fast as well. However, they are still pretty slow compared to men-at-arms. But if you've got a safe map, you can do some nice little walls, maybe like wall around the woodlines. Then scouts would be a very good option as well. But like I said, assume the worst and decide based on that. Generally a good way to do it. And again, there are other strategies like Drush FC, but as per usual in this series, our map is just not suited for Drush FC. It's just too open. So we're gonna have to throw that idea out the window. Alright, so my opponent's playing as Italians. I'm going to expect him to go for men-at-arms. Although Italians is one of the civs that can actually go for either. They can go for men-at-arms, they can go for Drush, they can go for scouts. So, they can actually go for a lot of different things here. Alright, bringing in my boar at a pretty good time. Right, so don't take another sheep, it's too close. We're just gonna walk around and take that boar. Awesome stuff. There we go. Alright, let's get that barracks down. Okay, he's scouting us. Not gonna take these deer even if they're near our berries. This village should go to our woodline. Alright, so I see his wood as usual. Oh, this is good information. Barracks on the front, so pretty certain he's gonna go for men-at-arms now. And I'm gonna scout around. I'm pretty sure his DC's here. I see a woodline. Let's scout around that. And again, the whole idea is really just not to lose my scout. Okay, let's just go around this woodline. I don't want to run into this DC after those houses. Send him back to the sheep. Alright, standard stuff. 5 on wood now at this point. We'll have 2 on gold. If you guys are not familiar with my men-at-arms build, I highly recommend you guys check out my Discord. If you guys are subbed to the stream, you guys do get free access to my builders, so definitely something to keep in mind. Links to my Twitch and to my Discord will be in the description. Alright, 2 on gold here. Fairly standard stuff. And see his berries. Yeah, okay, so I know his berries are here, his wood's here. See he's on gold, so confirmed that he's going to go for men-at-arms now. And now I've got to make a decision about my second lumber camp. My map is just bad, so it has to go down here. You're weak though, stay back. Let's make those men-at-arms. So again, no options in terms of lumber camp. We have to make it here. And I'm going to fight for this area with my life. If he comes forward with towers, if he goes with archers there, with skirms, with anything, I'm going to match his army or even make slightly more. Because I have to make sure that I don't lose control of this woodline, because this is my only option. It's my only woodline. So I'm going to go all in feudal if I have to, just to simply defend that area. Alright, so I see his militia moving out. I'm going to quickly track these guys and look to pick a good fight with my own militia. Alright, let's keep track here. And again, start seeding farms. You're gonna notice in all my men-at-arm builds that I always seed a couple farms around this time when I'm on the way up to feudal age. It really helps with your early game economy. Oh, I lost track of them. That's a mistake on my part. Let's try and find them real quick. Did they go this way? No, then they must have went the other way. Right? Well, if not, we can be in some trouble actually. So look, that's a big mistake for me. I've lost track of my men-at-arms. Immediately, I'm going to run back here. This is my most... I cannot attack anymore. I'm going to just have to look for him and see where he's going to be attacking me from. Okay, there he is on the front. But yeah, I immediately ran to my most vulnerable area. Okay, let's defend this scout push. Alright, and there we go. So, I'm pretty much defending his men-at-arms perfectly here. Alright, and I'm keeping an eye on my minimap in case his scout came back to hit that villa. I'm going to be able to react fast because I'm looking at my minimap. Alright, this is something I like to do, is just use my scout to kind of slow down his men-at-arms. And look to pick a fight. Aggressive stance on both men-at-arms and scouts now. While you're fighting, always go aggressive. And try to micro around. Ooh, tried to save my scout there, didn't quite get it. No big deal though, we'll trade. And now I'm going to transition into archers. So, into 2-range archers and skirm mix. Will be the transition. Alright, only 4 in that lumber camp, so I'm going to need a 5th here. I don't like how exposed this area is. Like I said, I'm going to really just try my best to defend it. I'm even thinking of towering or making an outpost. That's how bad it is. Alright, let's attack these men-at-arms that I've kept alive here. And okay, let's think of how I'm going to defend this. A wall this side, and a wall from here to this gold. So he can still come with archers here. I'm not, taking away that fact. But if he attacks me with archers, it's not as bad as if he can just run into my wood line. You know what I mean? So it could be bad if he comes here with archers. But if he can just run right in, I lose the game. Here, I just lose maybe 1-2 villagers. So this is not bad. And this way, let's just get my blacksmith. Actually, not here. I want to sit here, on the hill. And now I'm in just farm mode. I need my blacksmith though. And I'll wall from here to here. So that's eventually how I'm going to wall. And I'm still open on this side, so let's go back and make some walls there. So I'm just going to get vision and walls down pretty much everywhere. And hope to play it like this pretty much for the rest of feudal until I'm feeling perfectly safe. I'm going to bring my army back because here I'm not really scared of him coming. So I'm going to bring my army back here. I'm mostly scared of him appearing here. Again, it's all about my woodland there. It's all about protecting my woodland. I mixed in a couple skirmishers just in case he went with some skirms of his own. You know, they're essential to defend. And if he went pure archers, then these skirms will also help defend me. Alright, he's got already fletching, so that's quite dangerous for me. And again, I don't know where he's going to come from. I'm going to really stay on my toes here. I'm looking at my minimap the whole time, so when he appears, I react instantly. That's really the idea here. So when he appears, I'm looking, my eyes are fixed on the minimap. Wherever he appears, I'm going to run to and have pretty good vision everywhere here. Slowly walling off all my sides, always looking at my minimap. I'm always looking at my minimap. I can't stress this enough, how important it is to look at your minimap in the early game, or at least when you're open. And I'm going to slowly wall up my map here. Slowly wall up my map, and there it is. Appeared on my minimap. And again, like I said, he's hitting some fills, but it's really not as bad. This is immediately a mistake from him. You guys know what I'm talking about here. He hit my vill, and instead of running back, which would be the smart thing to do, he ran further in. In my mind, I'm a freaking predator. I want to get those units. He made a big mistake. He's got less armor than me, and he's in a bad position. I'm going to try and cut him off. I know I'm walled there, so there's no chance he's going to do damage. Cut him off and kill that army and gain some advantage. All right, let's see how that plays out. So it's important to recognize your opponent's mistakes like that and punish them accordingly. Again, continue reinforcing with archers and continue walling up my map. But again, always looking at my minimap. Got me rewarded with some free kills here. So that's really nice. And I'm definitely thinking about wheelbarrow here in the near future. Oh, I'm missing one on wood. Let's see if I can get that army. I saw it walk here. I might be mistaken, it's very possible. But I think his army walked down here. Maybe it went around? If he went around and back home, that is a very smart move. Yeah, he went back home. He went around and back home. Very smart move from him. And he avoids my mistake. Alright, well played. So that's just a really good play from him. He saw that he couldn't deal damage and he ran home instead of lingering. It's very important that I try to punish it though, because you never know when your opponents will make that mistake. Alright, slowly going up to Castle Age here. I'm not going to see too many more farms. I'll re-see these ones though. Yeah, this is a good farm number here. Again, no horse collar, it's just standard for men-at-arm builds. And this map that seemed impossible to wall, seemed terrible, is now fully walled at 19 minutes, only the hole at the front. And I didn't take any damage simply because I played defensive all game. Does this mean I'm far behind just because I play defensive? No. It means I don't have an advantage. I didn't kill any villagers. But it's an even game here. And, you know, his civ is not that much better than mine. So I didn't have to do too much damage, you know, to survive this early game. Alright, a couple more villas here and then I'll click up after that. You could have used the Saracen market to click up. That's fine. That would have been a good decision. I just didn't think of it. I'll be honest. Let's get a gate here and we're fully walled. So now when we're fully walled, immediately I want to move out and the rest of my army will go back. And as soon as I click castle, no more farms will be seated. And he, oh my god, he's playing amazing. Okay, hold on, he's playing really well. He went for my one range build, fast fletching into Castle Age. So right away I'm behind. He's Castle Age and that's impressive. Honestly, that's impressive. What to do? So let's think of what's going on right now. He went faster up to Castle Age. And sure, that could mean, you know, Italians, they get the cheaper discount. Maybe that's just all it is. But I think it's more than that. I think he's got less army, but he's going to have crossbows out a little bit sooner. He went up too fast to make a transition. He didn't make a transition to knights. He went up too fast for that. So that's out of the question. If you guys are ever wondering what's fast enough for what, think of it this way. If I've got this amount of resources and I clicked up now, if he clicked up way before, he's probably going to have even less resources than this. You know, he has Italian, so he's got some more bonus resources, but again, it's not going to be enough to make a knight transition. Therefore, he's probably not doing that. He's going to go for crossbows. I cannot attack. He's in Castle Age. I have to defend and I might even be forced to make a tower to defend my wood line. My first step will be to send my army back from attacking to defending my wood line, and like I said, I have the tower in my back pocket in case I need it. And if I do go for my tower, I might even try to go for 1 TC, just to, you know, try and even things out in the castle age. Because I'm going to have more army than him, that's a fact. But he's going to have more tech here.
Yes.
So immediately running back here, even building scan to see if he's got some crossbows coming. I'm really terrified of that. And I'll keep all my new army coming in inside my base. Again, eyes peeled on the on the mini map, seeing exactly where he's going. And this area is really the dangerous thing. And okay, crossbow with Bartican. And he actually has, oh, he has got Loom, yeah, there you go. Okay, there we go, he's attacking me on the front. I'm safe on the side. Let's get inside here. And let's try to weather the storm until Castle Age. That's pretty much the plan here. And again, don't keep my villas idle. If they have to leave the TC, let's bring them out somewhere else. But everything underneath is trying to do damage control here. These guys here, I'll remove my farms. So again, some damage control, but it's looking okay so far. I didn't have to use my tower or anything. Let's keep these skirmishes just to get some vision on this side. But again, okay, he did a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. But I'm still alive, and that's all I really care for. Let's hide these guys. Oh, nice. He's playing really well, man. This is the first opponent that I can say is actually gaining a significant advantage over me in the series. So, this is interesting. Alright, let's go for crossbow Bodkin. I'm going to do something I haven't done this series at all. I'm going to go for a fast university. The reason I'm doing this, I took damage, guys. Let me talk about this for a second because it's very important. So sorry. I took a lot of damage. I am further behind because my civ is not the best. I have to find a different way to play this. I cannot simply just boom back in the game. It's not going to work because he's already further ahead. Think of it this way. If you're in a race and you're running in a straight line and he is just further ahead than you, why just try to catch up to him? Why not just take another route to go around and try something different? So maybe the analogy is not on point here, but basically what I'm saying is don't try the same thing he's doing just from a behind position. Try something else. And my solution is to go for fast ballistics, stay on 1 TC, and try to get a really good fight to get back map control in Castle Age. All right. So that's definitely my plan here.
Yes.
Let's see if it's gonna work. Again, just keeping myself safe on the front. Keeping me queuing units. Notice how I'm still queuing units despite me getting attacked. I'm still making villagers. Very important that you guys keep up despite the pressure. And that's something that, like I said, comes with practice. Alright, so now I want to pounce on him. I need him to make a mistake. I've got more army. He's playing well. Oh, he's playing so well, man. This is impressive. This is very impressive. Alright, let's kill that skirmisher. Alright, gonna get that university down. And insta ballistics here. There we go. Alright, let's see what I can do with this army now that I have ballistics. So I notice he's on 2 TCs. And so now I've got ballistics. Okay, now let's get a second TC down. But like I said, prioritize ballistics for sure. He's got no ballistics. Okay, so I'm gonna wait till ballistics kicks in, and then I'm gonna look to take these fight. So even if I'm uphill, I'm still gonna take the fight because I'm gonna have that tech advantage. Because I know he cannot have ballistics because he actually went for the TCs. So let's see. I'll try to comment on my micro how I'm gonna go about it as well. Basically, I'm gonna try to hit the closest units and try and dodge his arrows. All right, let's do it. Dodge, shoot. If he comes closer, I'm gonna go back. Dodge his arrows, shoot. You can even use the stop key. There we go, and look at that. I'm getting some good fights here. Getting some good shades with ballistics. So that was the first time I had to pull out some really good micro. Hopefully you guys see what I was doing there. Just trying to dodge his arrows and shoot the closest unit to me. And now I'm going to do a boom like normal. But what do I have? I've got a better army. So now I can actually deal damage to him. And with my TCs that I'm adding now, I'll slowly catch up in economy, which is really my go-to plan all along. There we go, and look at this. All of a sudden, I've got pressure. Even though I'm losing. Even though I was losing, look at this. Automatically now, or all of a sudden, I've got my 3 TCs up. I've got a lot of pressure. And it all came down to that fast ballistics. And not my micro. Okay, my micro was good, but it was ballistics that won that. Because before ballistics got in, you guys saw I wasn't able to actually get any of his army down. So this game is all decision making. All decision making. Sure, the multitasking helps. But like I said, if you're not making these decisions, it doesn't matter if you're playing at 5,000 APM. You're gonna lose the game. Oh, this is really smart from him. Pick up my reinforcements. Let's play back. And let's be careful now of a Mangonel. He might go for a Mangonel. So I'm not going to go too deep in here. I don't want to throw my army. Yeah, there it is. I don't want to throw my army away. But I wanted to get as much damage as possible. So let's see what I can do. I'm going to split. I'm going to split my army. This is how I micro Mangonel. You walk up to it and you're just going to go ahead and split when he shoots. Split. Split again. There we go. Do the same thing again. Split. If he predicts it, let's go back. Oh, he predicted it. That was really nice. We'll split and walk back. Oh, I almost got it. Alright. Nice try from me and really well done from him. Alright, now this army is very low. I don't want to try to fight again. He proved to be a really strong opponent with the Mangonel, so I'm going to just back off. And you know what? Now it's a good time for market because I'm starting to float some gold. Okay. Very nice. So, again, just trying to boom back in the game here. Let's run this way. I'm not going to run here because he's going to have Mangonels waiting. Let's run this way where I know he might not have anything waiting. Alright. Again, my map is just so bad that it's making booming quite awkward here. But again, I should have done enough damage. Oh, nice. I'm looking at my mini map. That's why I'm able to catch that. Alright, and this is a mistake. Remember in Feudal Age when I said he made a mistake when he showed up? This is another one of those mistakes. Let's bring my army back from here to try and cut him off. And then my army from here to try and cut him off. So I'm going to try and cut him off and trap him. And that's going to be my win condition here. Let's try mining some stone here. Ooh, lost some villas though. That's a mistake. Alright, let's pull up the quick wall. Oh, he's playing insanely well, man. He's gonna go in there. Let's react. And again, it looks bad, right? But it's really not that bad. I just have to run these villas. These villas go back to work. I'm not gonna idle more than I have to, and then I'm gonna clean up his army. So I'm gonna lose, yeah, a few villas. I'm moving a lot. It's a bad situation, but he's gonna lose. If I was playing serious, I'd quick wall that. But regardless, let's bring my army back and let's trap him. And the rest of my base is working. I can't stress this enough. Remember, after you get raided, you check your idols. I fixed all of them, and I'm gonna get his army. So instead of him just getting some free villagers, yes, he got some villas, but then he's also gonna have to pay with his army for that. Alright, some market abuse is gonna happen here. I'm gonna go for a monastery. I simply just need to heal these crossbows. They're too weak. So I'm gonna go for a monastery. Gonna check my idols. After you get raided, always check your idols. There's no better tip I can give you guys to defending against raids. Look at this. I had a lot of idols, but since I always check my idols after getting raided, you know, they didn't stay idle for long. My next step now, since I've got a lot of his army down, I've did enough damage to his economy as well. So I think I'm actually kind of ahead. He might be up to imp though. We'll see. My plan is just to go imp and play with Arbalest and skirmishers. That's pretty much my only plan here. So I got a university, now I have a monastery. Let's even use the market and go up to Imperial Age. Alright, so you want to get there as fast as possible. So I might even look to try and cancel a villager or something. Yeah, I'll cancel this vill. Let's go up. Very nice stuff. You guys are not happy on this gold day. And I'll make some monks to get this relic and also to heal up my crossbows. So this could be finally the game that goes to Imperial Age. As soon as I click up to Imperial Age, I'm going to want to get some more military production buildings as per usual here. I'm going to get my farm upgrade as usual as well. And look to go for Arbalest first. As far as my secondary unit, I have options. It can be skirmishers, it can be light cav, and it can be no, not halbs, because I don't get those. So Hussar or skirmishers will be my options for trash units. For my secondary option. Gonna get handcart as well. You guys know how I like the handcart upgrade at this time. And it's also a good idea to start getting some outposts on the side. So again, you're seeing a lot of repeating ideas here of how I like to play my Imperial Ages. I also would like to get a 4th TC somewhere on the side. On this extra gold looks very nice. So again, 4th TC, another idea you guys see quite often. Let's get it down. I know with this army I could actually attack, but I'm not too keen on it right now. I kind of want to wait for Imperial Age and then attack then. I think I will be faster. I'm not sure. He is Italians. He might be faster, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't want to attack now because if I lose my army before getting up to Imperial Age, it will be a big mistake. So I'm just going to defend, heal up my units, and pick up the relics while getting control of the map. Booming with 4 TC, all that regular stuff. At this point, Town Watch is a must as well. Never do outposts on the side without Town Watch. That's never a good idea. Alright, so it looks like I'm actually up to him faster than him. I think so, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be up to him faster than him. And now I can actually look to move out with my army once I get my upgrades. So first things Arbalest, then Bracer, and then Chemistry. That's the order of operations for the Imperial Age techs. Arbalest, Bracer, can't afford Chemistry, so let's just make some builds. And again, outposts on the side. What have I found? I found a gold. Very nice. Let's continue looking. Let's see what else I can find. If I find nothing, I'm still getting full vision and full control of the map. Let's go ahead here and continue producing Arbalest. Again, investing into my main unit. If he's going to surprise me with skirmishers, I could easily add in a siege unit or even some light cav, which is my supporting unit, to counter that. I'm moving down 4 TCs, so I have a lot of economy, and you know, my main army is quite powerful as well. Let's get Chemistry here, and now it's just a matter of spending my resources. I do have a castle now, and I have to decide where I want it. This is still the most important part of my base, so I think here is fine. However, I want to contest some new map. And you know what? He's pushing from this side. So you know what? Let's get a castle on this hill. A rather small hill. However, it's contesting a new area. And notice he's on Arbalest. So now my supporting unit is going to be the Skirmisher. Again, notice how I wait for my supporting unit to try and actually figure out what he's going to go for before deciding. It's not a builder. It's not set in stone. I'm always just adapting to the situation. Alright, at this point, I'm just trying to, you know, spend my resources, keep my army flowing. Skirms and Arbalest. And as far as my siege unit, it's going to be the bomber cannon. So I have my entire army composition figured out based on how it went. Alright, let's start taking this gold on the side. Again, making use of those outposts. You get them for a reason. They don't just look good. And notice how my economy now will be spread out. My map in a little bit will look very, very spread out. And, you know, very, very nice. Right, he's still missing some upgrades. He might want to take that fight. I'm not going to take this fight. I don't have to. I'm making skirmishers. I'm just going to run away. I'm only going to take fights that favor me, not that are even. I'm going to fight on this hill. This favors me. Alright. Over here, let's get conscription. Let's get the stone. Alright, now I can fight. We got this monk, and now I can fight. Yeah, sure. It favors me. If he's going to continue going here, we can move these guys here, and I'll take a fight that now favors me. Because I've got 2 armies here instead of the 1. Oh, he's doing a really good job waiting me here, though. Okay, now let's take this fight. Again, he's making a mistake. I'll fight on the hill. This favors me. And let's trap him on this side. So my castle's here as well, so that's going to be really good. It's constantly booming. Oh, really well done on that red. Okay, and again, if I was playing really well, I would trap him with markets. No big deal. Let's send a couple here though. All right, so let's clear up this attack here from him, and let's get our second castle on here because it's gonna be a really good defensive hill. A lot of my villagers are here, so it's gonna be a really good place to defend. Okay, this army, he's doing a good job. He's taking a fight that favors him on the hill. I have more numbers though, so I'll just take the fights, and that's fine. Bomber cannon's coming out now. So again, skirms, arbalest, bomber cannon. That's my army composition, and I think it's gonna be enough to win the game. Let's see. Let's gain control of this side. Alright, how to play Imperial Age now. So besides the composition, my next main thing, you know, after you figure out your composition, is to get 200 pop. Spend my resources to get 200 pop. I know some players, like maybe Viper, will play differently. They like to kind of play defensive, hold the gold, get the relics, and, you know, play for late game, play for the super late game. My recommendation, though, I think for 90% of players, it's a lot easier to just play for 200 pop and try to get control of the entire map. I've got control of 2 golds on the sides. I've got still a lot of gold left over, you know, in my base. So I'm going to use all my gold now, all my units, and I'm going to push down probably the middle and maybe even the sides and try to just swarm my opponent and stay at 200 pop for the rest of the game. So watch. I'm 165 now. Watch how fast I'm going to get to 200 pop here. All right, so watch this. First things first, I'm going to queue up a bunch of vills and units. My next step is to get some forward production. Again, all working towards getting 200 pop. Go. Let's get here. Let's put you guys here. Let's patrol these guys here. I'm patrolling here, but I'm not going to find anything, so I'm going to fight on the front. Well, that was a split out of reaction. Right. Oh, he's got a castle there. That's interesting. That's going to be hard to push, actually. And there it is. I'm 200 pop. And within a minute, I'm 200 pop. So now I can slow down the vill production. So once I get 200 pop, that's when you slow down the vill production. That's when you try and balance your economy. Alright, this is an area he's taking, actually. So we can try and contest that. And, okay, he's going to go for light cap now. I can stick with my composition. Let's get some trebs out. I don't only have to focus on this front, by the way. He's got some vills here, and he's got a TC here. So let's actually get some bomber cannons here. And let's try and push on this side as well. I like to be really flexible with my attacks. Alright, so I'm going to still mass up some cannons here. I'm going to try my best to push, but it's looking like I can't push that area. It's looking like I just can't push it. So I'll take trades if he's going to give it to me. But I'm not going to force too much on this hill. So this is still a good trade for me. I'll continue fighting. But as soon as it's going to get into castle range, let's back off. Let's rethink this through. I don't have to go here. If he wanted to attack me from the front, he would have to attack my hill. Let's let him do that. I want to attack from another angle. Here looks good. Here looks good. Let's do that. So I'm going to move all my army on this side. At the same time, attack on this side. So let's get some more production here. Actually, at this point, I have to decide. Maybe I could switch into some Hussar. I'll go Arbalest Hussar. That's probably a better late game composition. Let's do that. So I'll stop making skirms. And I'm going to push on this side. Siege Engineers is really good. And at this point, once you get to 200 pop, idle vills. 0 idols, 200 pop is the best way to play Imperial Age, in my opinion. If he takes this fight, it's away from his castle. I'll take it. Sure. Why not? Again, always producing units. And we're going to switch into Hussar now. And there you go. Taking fights that fit me. And why did he take that fight and not before? Before he wasn't taking fights because I had no threat. Now I have a threat. I'm attacking his main base. Alright, just got watch the micro here. With the cannons. Alright, always number your cannons. That's my tip for you guys if you guys are microing this unit. Alright, let's continue getting my upgrades here. Hit. Oh my, okay. That happened. That was a good shot. But again, we're still pushing into his main base here, which is what we wanted to do in the first place. On this side, we're launching another attack and getting all my upgrades. Could use the market as well and work on my idols. And again, I'm actually contesting his main base here. But now I've got to defend. He's starting to push out. So let's defend on my hill where it favors me, which is exactly where I want to be. I'm going to bring my army here, defend on that side. And I'm actually doing damage to his economy, where if I attacked from this side, I would never have gotten. I never get damage on his economy if I attack from the main side. But now, look at this. All of a sudden I am. And I'm making more farms now to be able to make that switch into Hussar, which is exactly how I want to play the late game. So I started with Skirm. I switched into Hussar because that is the better unit. Arbalest Hussar is better than Arbalest and Skirms. He's got a castle on the corner. Okay. So maybe it's time to pack it up here. Maybe it's time to leave. And let's defend the main side now. He's killing our buildings. We'll make more, no problem. Okay, and let's just leave with our main army here. Okay, this is a bad fight. Let's not take it. Gonna get all our upgrades. And let's just check for idols. 0 idols right now. 0 idols. Let's get some more food. And again, 200 pop all game. Oh, Cavalier from him. Interesting. Not sure how I like that. I don't think that's a good choice from him. Because he's now making 2 gold units. He's making Arbalest and he's making Cav. That's actually a mistake. I made 2 trash units, Skirms and Light Cav. That's fine. I think 2 gold units is when it starts to get a little bit sketchy. So how do I have my control groups laid out? I have my siege shops on 5. All my siege shops on 5. My main thing, my ranges on 3. And then my stables, my secondary unit on 4. So 3, 4, and 5 for my control groups. And it works perfectly here. So notice how there's a little bit of a stalemate. So I have to somehow find a way to break the stalemate. Oh, nice play from him. Can I get a castle back here? Castle here could be really good to secure all this area. And it's on a hill. Alright, so let's try to recover here. I might have too many villas, but I'm losing some here. Actually, I've got too much army. That's not doing much. You know what? Let's switch into another siege option. Let's go for siege ram as well. Because bombard cannon, it's good, but I haven't had too much success with it. So I will switch into siege ram and see if that helps. Alright, I'm fighting on my hill. This is favorable. Alright, good stuff. So I'm going to switch into siege ram. Maybe I'll have more success that way. Yeah, this is the last useful upgrade from the university. After that, they're not very useful. And let's switch these guys over to this wood. Notice how my map is very spread out. I've got buildings pretty much everywhere here. And let's try to counter raid him now, which is what I want to do all game long. Alright, Alright, so Siege Ram is going to be my siege of choice from now on. Because I want to really push this hill now. But I don't want to push it right away. I want to distract him on the side first, and then push that hill when he's least expecting it. Okay? So now he's spread thin. He's defending on this side. He's defending on the front. And he is, preparing his attack on this side. So he's spread quite thin. So am I, but I'm going to hope that with my initiative on 2 of the flanks, I'm able to do damage. So, gonna use my micro on this side with the cannons. He's doing the same. Gonna mass up some rams and use it to surprise him. Let's take this fight here as it favors me. And always just raid him on the side. I'm not focusing here. I'm just sending in units and letting them do their thing. Alright. And now on the front is where the big push will happen. Alright, more hussars. Alright, before you pick a fight, queue everything, and now I'm gonna micro. For the next few minutes, it's gonna be purely micro for me. Bring these cannons somewhere. See that cav on that side? I'm not gonna care too much for it. I'm gonna send maybe some army to deal with it. I could easily go for camels at any point, by the way, if I really wanted to. But I don't want to go double gold units. I don't think it's good. I'm gonna stick on 1 gold unit. I'm gonna conserve my gold now for late game and for just siege in general. So this is my big push in the middle, and the only reason this is working is because he is spread thin. He's got army everywhere, and so do I, but my production is simply just better than his. Or at least I am attacking him on more than one side. This is my main goal, is the middle. I'm gonna go for that, and I'll give up some units here. I'll take some losses, but I'm attacking the main front, which is the middle. This is the point I wanted all along, and he's calling it GG here. This is the point I wanted all along, but I couldn't get it right away. So don't be stubborn. Don't just keep running at the wall. He had like 200 military here before, like something like 80 military, but his sides were open. So I attacked him on the side. I spread him thin, and then finally, when he was worrying about the other, sides of the map, that's when I strike down in the middle, the place I wanted to attack the first time, but couldn't. It's now falling like paper. And I was pretty much 200 pop the whole time there. 200 pop the whole time. I was barely microing the late game, only microing my bomber cannons and pulling my units back or forward. I was not microing any individual units. It's not good to do that. It's better to do like this. And the main thing to keep in mind is just my production. Control 3 for my main production, which is my archery range, my gold unit. Control 4 for my secondary, my support unit, which is the hussar. And then control 5 for my siege chops for my siege unit, which started out as the bomber cannon, became the siege ram. And then my supporting unit started out as a skirmisher and then ended up being the hussar. And I got a perfect combination in the end of siege ram, bomber cannon, hussar, a bit of skirms, and a bit of arbalest. But you see, the building blocks we got, we did to get to that point was key, and not just jumping straight into hussar plus arbalest. All right, so that's going to be the end of this game. We're going to move on to now the Q&A of Twitch chat. Let's see what they have to say. And remember, this will be on YouTube, Twitch. So definitely say hi to YouTube, hi to your future selves, and all that good stuff. Ego be glad it's helping you out. So GG here. Honestly, shout out to Plugin. Plugin, if you're watching this, well played, my man. That was some good stuff. Definitely the hardest opponent so far. So let's go to Vubli playing here. You guys will be able to see the chat if you're on YouTube. What up, Prushi? All right, good stuff. So, any questions about this game in general, or just about getting better as a whole? What control group number do you have those bomber cannons on? Was it 8? No, it was 2. So I had how I like to number my army. My main army on control 1, and my siege unit on control 2. I never number or control group my raiders, like hussars and stuff. I let them loose. I don't really care about them, because if they die, it's fine. I'll just make more. The important thing is to stay on 200 pop and not to micro individual units. Why did you go fast ballistics instead of siege shot for mangonels? Good question. I think in this modern day and age, mangonels just don't have the impact that they maybe used to have. Ballistics is much better at forcing fights and forcing engagements, whereas mangonels they can easily run away from, they can easily out micro, and I think ballistics is just a lot more consistent. If you have your military buildings on number, what about your armies? Yeah, I said it. Main army on 1, supporting army on 2. It's the same thing for throughout the game. I rarely use a third group for my army. If you have pure expo, just hit imp and can only afford the ups 1 at a time. What order should you get it? Like I said, arbalest first, then bracer, then chemistry. Actually, if you can only afford 1 at a time, maybe bracer first. However, usually you can afford arbalest and bracer. So yeah, maybe bracer first, then arbalest, and then chemistry. When does it make sense to put down outposts? Outposts, like you saw me do, Tyrion, it's best to put them in when you click up the imp. Start getting outposts on the side, get Town Watch, and go for them. If you want to get outposts because your map is really open, get them in Fuel Age, but always make sure to get Town Watch whenever you're going for outposts. My new favorite saying is, and they fall like paper. Yeah, dude, it's what happened, man. At first, it was a brick wall, and at the end, all I did was spread him a little bit thin, and in the end, that same hill, I couldn't push it before, is now falling, and it's just nothing holding it. There's nothing supporting it. Why? Because he distributed his army elsewhere. And like I said, I was taking losses. I was trading inefficiently versus those Cavalier, but it didn't matter because I was just running Hussars at them, buying myself time, and pushing down the middle, which is what I wanted all along. He was a 1900 player and you can't beat him with ease. What up, can't gank till 6? How's it going, man? What rating range does it get dicey for you? I think it starts to get dicey around 2k2, honestly. 2k2 is when I can start losing some games. If I'm playing full tryhard, though, I don't see myself losing games before 2k3, honestly. Or like before playing against 2k3 players. Do you think you can win 1v2 if they had an 1800 player and a 1500 teammates? I don't think so, no. I think they would win. What do you think he should have done to prevent being spread too thin? This is a good question. I think it was his inexperience in late game that really lost him this game, because he kept up with me. In fact, even like kind of put himself in a winning position in the beginning. However, in the late game, as soon as I started attacking him on one side, it took him too long to recover, and my tempo was just way faster. I was on 200 pop. I promise you, he was not on 200 pop the whole time. I promise he started dipping in pop. He was struggling getting everything, working in order. And since I was the one attacking him most of the time, I was able to actually just like outrun him, out-resource him, and eventually once his pop drops, he's not going to be able to keep up with me, and then it's just a snowball effect. Could you say something in Spanish? Buenos noches. That's a good night. What was his biggest mistake in that game? I think his biggest mistake, well, two. Probably was sticking around that hill or trying to take a fight when he did not have ballistics. But that's a mistake that could happen to anyone. And then his second mistake was probably not doing that much damage or not taking that much advantage of his early castle. He could have been way more aggressive with that early group of crossbow. Yeah, exactly. The outpost on the side gives me the extra golden stones. I just have more resources than him. I've got more population than him. It just becomes way harder for him to actually like keep up. And it's very easy for me to just spend my resources and end up winning the game. How come you didn't wall the left side of your base? Is there a time you recommend walling the sides even if you have military to support it? That's actually a good question. If you want to wall the sides, it's if you want to prevent like raiding units, like Huskarls or really annoying units like that, it's good to wall off the sides. Or if you really want to, if you're a civ that does one big push, let's say like you're going for paladins and T-Dram, a big heavy gold costing civ or gold costing army, you wall off the sides so you don't have to deal with raids, and then you force them to fight down the middle or down one side. That'll be it. All right, this is the last question. So do you suggest rewatching your wins to see how your opponent played you? I think watching Rex is an important step to learning. So I'd say only watch Rex, or often watch Rex when you don't know why you lost. If you know why you lost and you can think it through, then don't worry about the Rex. But if you're ever confused, I recommend you guys watch it. So that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It went to Imperial Age, which is pretty much the first game that did. And it also showed how to play from behind. So I think I showed some pretty interesting ideas about how to actually try and come back into a game rather than just end up keeping falling behind more and more and end up just losing the game, like I see a lot of inexperienced players doing. And I also hope you guys enjoy this new format with some Q&A at the end and doing it live on Twitch. So thanks you all for watching. Thank you all for watching on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and drop a comment. If you have any questions, also feel free to drop them in the comments as well. That's it for me. Take care and bye for now. Oh, they don't pay me enough for this. Oh, my mouth is fucking dead, boys. Oh, my mouth. Listen, I have to play a late game. I have to play a late game while talking